discipline and the long-term strategic interests of the Kenyan people. We call on this parliament to do the same. Issued today, the 5th of March, 2026. And I thank you. Yes, sir. My colleagues here, of course, can join me in answer. Yes, sir. Yes, Cairo.
We know that the infrastructure fund bill is already on its second reading at the floor of the House. And listening to your statement, you're taking more of your hopes on the 13th Parliament. And we know that the 13th Parliament so far, when it comes to bills, the Kenya Kwanza administration have been having the last laugh. Do you still have should be your next course of action?
By the way,
my second question,
yeah, there. Why don't I do the first on Cairo? Maybe my friends can handle your second. We are aware that, and even before our late brother Raila Odinga left us, we used to openly say that the state capture of the 13th Parliament, every Kenyan is aware of it. In fact, I was watching this morning JK Live, and I saw very exciting discussion between Senators Methu, Richard Onyonka, and Ojieda. And they were very clear about the fact that the people's hopes are not in the 13th Parliament. This is why we have called this press, very important press briefing, because this is where people's hopes and expectations are. And if there be any members of Parliament, clearly, with those within our framework, and there are quite a number, they should rise in opposition so that their numbers, every name, yeah, just like happened with the Finance Act of 2024, that everybody, right, a division should be called, yeah, a division should be called, and every person who stands in objection to this state capture and blatant planned theft of everything this country stands for, then the Kenyans will be able to see, yes, member for this constituency has stood with the people. But we are aware they may attempt to force. If they do, of course, the next line of action is you have courts of justice. Yeah, because the courts cannot interfere at this stage, second reading, committee stage, third reading. The moment before this thing is signed or whatever happens, we will take it up. We are not just about to give up, because if we do, we are auctioning the future of our children. Cairo, your next question.
my second question was, I remember vividly before Christmas, you had promised Kenyans that the first quarter of this year, as the United Alternative Government would have already decided who will be flying the flag. I know that is the elephant in the room. So far, what has been the
Cairo, there's no elephant in no room. Okay, there's no elephant. We know where we are going. We know, you know, we cannot be that static, right? We will sometimes issue statements, and then after consulting, we may vary them, because we are trying to build a broad consensus going forward. And so when the time comes, we will address that issue. We want to give that assurance to Kenyans. But don't force it on us. Thank you. Kuna mwingine? Yes.
The culture of lying is becoming common. We saw the serious lying. We know other problems also lie.
Yeah.
What consequence will you be seeing from your side on this lie in Parliament? Because it's a serious matter. Will it slide?
I think Ndugu Rigiji can handle this one.
I think on the earlier question about the flag bearer, the only thing that is clear is that there will be one flag bearer that you can take to the bank. As to the timing on the announcement, hold your horses. For your comfort, in the year 2002, Mwai Kibaki, the single presidential candidate for the opposition then, was announced on 14th of October 2002, when the elections were to be held on 27th of December the same year, 2 months and 13 days apart. We have a whole 1.5 years, so relax. Number two, lying has become a way of life in this country. And the Parliament and all Kenyans have learned from the best, William Ruto. He has set the bar too high for lying. and everybody has become a liar. And that is why we talk about one term. My friend, the only way to bring this lying culture to an end is to send William Ruto home. There is no other remedy, because he has even believed his own lies himself. You know, to a point now, he doesn't even know what is true and what is not. So the only way the people of Kenya can deal with this culture of lies by the president and those below him is to go to the ballot and send him home and start a new trajectory of a good country where honesty and integrity forms part of governance. I think that's the only way we can do, because I don't think this lie can end. Because Bandi has learned from his master. He's the one who has given him a job. So if the president is lying, what stops other people from lying? I heard him the other day crying about corruption by traffic policemen. He has no moral authority to talk about corruption and bribery. He has made bribery life. It's the new normal in this country, where he is bribing people on the loans of State House, where he's carrying money with sacks across the country. And he has laid it bare. So the police are asking if the president is crying when we are being bribed. You know, he's the one who has set the standard for the country. And a sorry state of affairs that can only be corrected on the ballot, because I don't think William Ruto can change. We have given up. We just have to live up with the lies for the next 17 months. It's painful. It's a long time to live with lies for 17 months. But the Constitution has set up a date to deal with such situations. And I think Kenyans will deal with it at the ballot on the 10th of August next year. I think you're Natosha. Okay? Moja.
Yeah, in terms of alternative, the government says, and the CS usually says that they are doing this to prevent, and we have an initial report in terms of funding borrowing actually raising to about 11 billion. What do you want to say about, you know, government saying we want to create this fund because we want to borrow for infrastructure?
I think it goes back to the earlier question. Can you trust William Ruto on anything? That is the problem. What we know is that they are creating a fund that will not go through Parliament, that will not be subject to audit. In our honest view, they are creating a fund for his re-election. He wants 5 trillion. That is the situation. So I don't think what they are saying, they are believable. They have lost credibility to be believed by anybody, because I don't think there is any proven matter that they have given a certain. Asanteni sana.
Add to that, David, allow them to borrow. The second explanation is government cannot be doing business just as the private citizens. The government should not be competing with citizens in terms of making profit. So therefore, if we stand in the way by opposing this sale of the stake with part of the government shares in some of these entities, are you trying to stand in the way of private citizens making profit?
I think, first of all, just to go back to Seth Olale, the issue of borrowing. Actually, when you look at the instrument, I think it's clause 5 to A. It is for borrowing. But what is more dangerous is lack of parliamentary oversight. And that is bigger than the budget. So I think this is what we must take with a pinch of salt, because we know the people we are dealing with. It's a very highly transactional government, and the characters who are actually the key players in this have a history. And looking at what they're doing, or the extent they can go to make money, to commercialize, to put personal interests over national interests, even in Darfur, where you have the blood money, the diamonds, the gold, the RSF. You go all the way to the M23 in DRC, the diamonds there. These are people who can go to any extent for that extra money. What would stop such people from auctioning strategic national assets? Nothing. If they can take the blood money from Darfur, where women and kids are being killed. If they see the lucrative, these are deals where they have already made commitments to their friends. And there's one of you who said that what hopes. We had other deals before this one, before Safaricom. You remember the 3 Adani deals? His Excellency Kalonzo and I and our friend Tony Gashoka, LSK, we went to court and stopped over 95 billion. It was the fastest signing that the hired expert Wandai signed. Within a week of him entering office, we went to court and stopped. Already as we signing that the hired expert Wandai signed, within a week of him entering office, we went to court and stopped. Already as we speak, we are responsible opposition. We are going to take on this government step by step, blow by blow, and deal with it. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you so much. I think I'll catch up with you in a minute. Hey, hi. Sorry for me. Good.